Uh, Guys, look at this. Russian soldiers. War. Is it? Recently, I buried my grandfather, but don't worry about it. He lived a long, not bad life. He died of natural causes, so it's all okay. It's just alive though. But it gave me a reason. I went to the city cemetery, and guys, what I saw there. Anyway, straight to the point. There are about 100 there, блять, or even more, and all of them died in the last 3 years. Yeah, all of them are people who fought on SMO, a special military operation in Ukraine. I'll explain it. Our city is small, it's just approximately 80,000 people here, and so many deaths. Insane. By the way, in other places of this graveyard, they are too, so even I don't know a real number of them in our city. But there are statistics for the Irkutsk region. According to this, since the start of the SMO, 4,493 men died. Other sources say about 1,379 in Irkutsk region and 168,000 in Russia overall. Who should I trust? Nobody. Ukrainians and Russian oppositionists overestimate the data, pro-Russians underestimate it. About Ukrainian losses, I can say nothing either. I don't know anything. I'm sure they are higher than Russian ones, but for me it's hardly a reason for joy. Let me gonna explain it again. When the SMO started, I was pretty excited about it. Indeed, Putin showed determination. How a great president of a great country, you know. And soon we will show the Ukraine the Kuzka's mother, suka. But it's 2026 now. The war started in February 24 of 2022. It's been almost 4 years, and now my opinion about SMO has changed. A bit. I think this footage explains it better than words. Why are there so many of them, блять? How? Why is this war so long and where are the results? How long will this last? What did I think about it in the past, at the start of the war? Some different things, but gradually my point has been changing. Stop. Did you originally think that killing of people is a good idea? Not so. How to say it briefly and clearly? I trusted my authorities, and Putin personally, yeah, I trusted. When the war started, I absolutely didn't think about it possibly would last long. Just over time, I started to see some difficulties, and I saw they were doing nothing to solve it. What did I think before? They know what they do. It was necessary. Whatever. It's pretty far. Ukrainians are bombing us too. It was something like a movie. Interesting to watch it from the sidelines. But now it's affecting my life straight. In what ways? Так. Freedom of speech is extinct as such. You just cannot criticize the war or call former Ukrainian areas to separate themselves. A bunch of services has been blocked. WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, and so on. Imported cars rose in price insanely. Now some cars are twice as expensive than in your country. Many things and services became unavailable and unaffordable. For instance, you cannot use some AI services without VPN. Many brands are gone. Apple phones, Toyota cars, Adidas wear doesn't sell in Russia now. K-rate has increased. It is difficult to take a loan, and housing prices became sky high. And of course taxes have started to rise. It's already unbearable to see it. There are a bunch of banners with deaths in my city, just look at this. By the way, I can tell you about how Russian propaganda has been justifying the SMO. first. They would attack first. President of Belarus, Putin's friend Alexander Lukashenko, soon after starting the SMO tells.
А я сейчас вам покажу, откуда на Беларусь готовилось нападение. И если бы за 6 часов до операции не был нанесен превентивный удар по позициям, 4 позиции, я сейчас покажу, карту привез, они бы атаковали наши войска Беларуси и России, которые были на учениях.
Maybe that had worked at the start of the war, but it has been going on for 4 years. That's clearly not the reason. Second, denazification. They said we needed to eliminate Nazis in Ukraine. But did anyone really believe that? The fact that some guys walked around Lvov with swastika tattoos, it's really a matter of national importance. Third, demilitarization and joining NATO. But this, just really made sense. Ukraine could threaten us, join NATO and so on. But wouldn't it have been wiser to delay the war? Not to start it first. Fourth, defense of Donbass. Donbass is an area that includes Donetsk and Lugansk regions. There are always too many Russians, and in 2014 they tried to secede from Ukraine. Ukraine attacked them for that, but after starting of the war, it didn't get any better there. And fifth, defense of Russian language. Allegedly in Ukraine Russian speakers are oppressed. There are too many of them, yeah. Allegedly they cannot speak and learn in Russian freely. But did war help them indeed? Not really. I initially supposed the war was the decision of one man, and all of these reasons were secondary. Just earlier I didn't oppose it because, man, what's your business? Live as you lived, they didn't bother you. But over time, it turned out they bother me. Basically, now in Russia is a difficult time, and I dissatisfied to live here more than even before. How many people, young Russian guys, are died? And I could understand if they had died for a reason, for a better life in Russia, but they didn't. They died for nothing, alas. Пиздец.